My father once, when I was looking for colleges, he put a quarter on the map around our house and drew a circle, and he said you can go anywhere within that quarter. And of course, that didn't work because I went to school in San Diego for a while, and then I moved here and I traveled all over, so he did not get his wish. Taking some graduate courses in a graduate program in Middle Eastern cultures, and I decided that I wanted to have some experience with the Gulf countries and know what that was about. So I came to Dubai to do a course, and that was just supposed to be like 3 months. But I really liked it, and it started to feel more and more like home. I care if I'm happy. In the States, I'd always been fairly religious. I went to church regularly and I was involved in a lot of outreach programs with my church, and it was something that was an important part of my life. And I think what happened was very kind of gradual. Again, I never really intended to convert, but the more I sort of was learning about Islam, the less connected I felt like to Christianity. And it sort of got to a point where I felt in limbo. I felt like I didn't have anything. And that was an uncomfortable feeling for me. But I wasn't raised around Muslim people or families. And I just really did not know what it would mean to me. I felt uncomfortable with no religion in my life. And I did ultimately, I guess, take a leap of faith and convert. I didn't cover or, wear an abaya right away at all. I just tried to take it one step at a time. It really does change your life. I mean, things do sort of fall away. People fall away. I don't think that it's that people disagree so much with what I did, but they just don't know how to relate to it. So there's just kind of a natural, anytime there's a big change in your life, um, some people fall away. But then other people began to enter my life. So sort of a balance there. My mother never voiced it, and I actually really appreciate that from her. But now, being a mother, I can imagine that she had a lot of concerns about what it would impact, how it would impact my life, in terms of what would my life look like. Because I think parents always assume that their children's lives will sort of mirror their own, and obviously mine was deviating greatly. And my parents had never traveled to the Middle East. They didn't have, experience with Muslim families again. So I think there was not a lot of point of reference for her. But after 9/11 happened, my mother was actually one that approached other members of like her church board and said, there's a small mosque here in town and we should really reach out to them. And that directly came from my mother's experience with me. And I don't know, that touched me in a way, that she would do that and put herself out that way. So that was important for me.